Kevin Costner, unscripted rape, lawsuit details. Stuntwoman submits new evidence of her distress after on-set abomination. An amendment has been filed for a lawsuit originally submitted in May against Kevin Costner and Territory Pictures, the production company behind the famed actor's hit Western film series Horizon, An American Saga. The stuntwoman suing Costner and the movie-making company revealed new evidence in court on June 18th over an unscheduled and unscripted rape scene that allegedly occurred on set in May 2023. The individual, named Devin Labella, amended the lawsuit to include alleged text messages showcasing how she reached out to the movie's intimacy coordinator one day after the reported incident occurred. Text messages expose new evidence against Kevin Costner. I want to discuss yesterday's sick abomination when we both have a chance. I was put in a really wrong position, and it's really affected me, Labella, 30, said to a person whose contact name read, Celeste Intimacy Coordinator. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear this, Devin. Let's talk through it, the coordinator responded. In a lengthy message sent back to the specialist, Labella fired of several questions, asking, why was there no intimacy coordinator? Why was a stunt double doing this non-stunt work, especially given the sensitivity of it? Why wasn't there any preparation in the wardrobe department to prevent the Juliet double from being exposed? Why was sensitive and explicit action commanded when it wasn't in the script? She continued, why did the rehearsal not have a beginning, middle, or end? Why wasn't it a closed set? How did lining up a shot turn into a rape sequence? Why was a man from the camera department directing this non-scripted action? Why was this being recorded like a formal rehearsal, but not treated like a formal rehearsal? People not quiet, no calling for action or cut, open set. Why was I expected to speak up that I wasn't comfortable when I had no real opportunity to even be asked if I was okay with this? Who was directing the impromptu, sensitive action? How did we end up with an exposed stunt double simulating a rape scene with unscripted explicate action and no intimacy coordinator, preparations, or explanation on an open set? After the alleged text conversation, the intimacy coordinator is said to have filled out an incident report summarizing Labella's complaint, citing how apologies were made by various parties involved to the stunt double and the actress she stood in for, Ella Hunt, 27. The alleged incident report explained, this was not a formal or uniform process. Ideally, apologies would be issued by Costner, the first AD, and others involved to both Ella and Devin. Ella, Hunt, requested that the intimacy coordinator be brought back to provide support the following week. Production obliged. Devin requested that production pay for her flight home that weekend so she could receive support from family and friends. Production obliged. Inside, unscripted rape. Lawsuit against Kevin Costner. Labella initially claimed she was the victim of a violent, unscripted, unscheduled rape scene directed by Costner in Utah on May 2, 2023. She alleged filming went without incident for weeks until she was told she would be doubling for the majority of a scripted, aggressive, and intimate rape scene between one female character, played by Hunt, and another cast member named Douglas Smith. The scene had reportedly been shot on a closed set with an intimacy coordinator present and no issues. However, the allegedly unscripted scene occurred the next day. Hunt apparently refused to film the scene after learning actor Roger Ivans would be violently raking up her skirt. Costner, who was present on the set, specifically added this scene, which varied from the scene filmed the day before, which had not involved pulling up the actor's skirt, Labella lawsuit claimed, noting Hunt looked upset and stormed off set before Costner asked her stunt double to step in. She apparently did not know what had left the actress distraught. Labella was not a stand-in performer, and what Costner requested of her was not within the scope of her role as a stunt double. Nevertheless, and in complete ignorance of the nature of the actual shot Costner had planned for her, Labella agreed to help out with what she thought would be a quick stand-in shot, the filing noted. The stuntwoman insisted no one warned or prepared her for Ivans, 44, to perform or engage in any action on top of her, and first learned that Ivans would mount her and violently pull her skirt up when he was already on top of her doing so. There was allegedly no intimacy coordinator on set for the scene. As directed by Costner, this unscripted, unrehearsed scene consisted of Ivans mounting Labella, while miming the unbuttoning of his pants and using his body and arms to forcibly pin down Labella, who was on her back underneath him. Ivans violently wrestled Labella's skirt up as if trying to penetrate her against her will, and he was directed to pin her legs open with his knee. The lawsuit continued.